Okay, so we're going to make a few substitutions here today. As you see, Kapawi is having some issues at catcher, but don't worry about that. We're going to let's see. Let's move a couple people around here. We got Nail Clipper Flipper who's going to swap out with Robert Deputy Dog. Kapawi we're going to change out. I'm going to put Frogman Barbarian in there. We're going to take the Woodsman. We're going to give him the day off. He's been doing so well. We'll go ahead and put Kapawi in there on first. Mariana Beer, we're going to give her a break as well. Put Big Sauce, Darren, Big Sauce in there. We'll leave Reliable in. Actually, we'll go ahead and substitute Dirty Kurt with Anzac Vulture. Hasn't played that much this season. And then, of course, our pitcher today, let's go ahead and put in... Look at all these. Everybody's rattled and tense. I'm not sure why. Jose Stew's on fire. And Dirt Bagus is, well, he didn't give a shit. So, I mean, why don't we throw in, well, let's see, SPS starting pitchers. So, let's put in Jamal. So, here's the lineup for the day. Got Kapawi is going to be on first, also batting first. Got Big Sauce on second, batting second. Balls is in left field. He's batting third. You have KungfuBeer at short, batting fourth. Reliable out in center field as usual. He's batting number 5. You got Anzac Vulture, who moved out to right field at 6. Robert Deputy Dog, he's taking on the third base spot for Nail Clipper Flipper. He's coming in at number 7. Frogman Barbarian is going to be catching today as Sidewinder moved to first. So you can't just put players wherever you want them. They only play certain positions, which is kind of a pain in the butt as you're trying to build your team. And, of course, our pitcher for today is number 9 spot, Chris Dirt Bagus. So let's get this thing going, everyone. It's loading. As the Beer Keggers are at home once again, and they're going to be hosting the Nemesis today, who have not been their Nemesis, really. I didn't catch their standings to see where they're at, the overall scheme of things. I don't know if it's going to tell me here in a minute. But the Nemesis will be up to bat first, facing Dirt Bagus, as the Beer Keggers take the field and prepare for game number 12. Beer Keggers are 11-0 so far, as the umpire gives the order to play ball. Jackie Slam is the first up to bat, facing Chris Dirt Bagus. First pitch is going to be a slider, as he winds up and sends it in. Barbarian pulls it in, but it's inside a little bit too much to the right. The crowd starts getting upset about that. Sidewinder dives for that, doesn't quite get to it, and that Anzac picks it up, goes at the first, a little too late. The runner is safe on first with the base hit as Moon Shoda. Their third baseman is now up facing Dirt Bagus. The runner on first, no outs. Second hitter of the game pops it straight in the air, and Robert Deputy Dog is looking at it, but Beer's going to run out and grab that. Then he'll send it off to first, probably throwing out his arm. Every time he throws those really long shots, there's a chance that he's going to get injured to the point where he can't play anymore. That's okay, because we have Mariana who can always fill in at that position. All right, so there's a lot of power here for taters, mashed taters. Mashed taters is up. He hits that right past Chris Dirt Bagus, goes out to Reliable, throws it second. Now one away, runners on first and second for the Nemesis as Yavi Yatter, 1 homer, 4 RBIs, is up first to bat, right fielder for the Nemesis. Here's the first pitch coming on the inside for ball number 1. That's going to be a little high for ball number 2. 2-0, 1 out. That one hits the corner of the plate for strike number 1. He swings way too early, expecting a fastball. And so that's going to be strike 2. 2-2 is now the count. See the arm of Frogman there is a little sore as that one goes right past the hitter for a strikeout. First of the game for Chris Dirt Bagus. And that's out number 2. Runners still on first and second. What I was mentioning was Frogman Barbarian's arm is a little sore. If you look up at the upper left-hand corner, I'm sorry, the upper right-hand corner where it says arm, I believe that has to do with the catcher. That one goes to Beer, who dives for it, can't quite get to it. Goes to Reliable. He's going to throw it home. They're not even going to come close, but by the way. So now one on the board for the Nemesis as Log Freely comes up, pointing in the direction he hopes this ball's going to go, which is out of the stadium. But Dirtbag is taking the warning, sends the first one in, little on the inside for ball number 1 with 2 away. Runners on first and second. Reliable picks it up. He's going to send it to second. And that loads up the bases. So now a 2 away. What's up, TC Roberts? We have Stacy Staples who's coming up to the plate. 2 RBIs. Dirtbag throws this one in there, and it pops right out to, gets past Anzac. He's going to pick it up out at right. He's going to send it into first. 2 runs coming in. Well, actually, that's 3 runs for the Nemesis, putting the score at 4-0 in the first inning as Flash Leather comes up to bat now for the Nemesis. That one goes, Robert Deputy Dog jumps a whole 4 inches trying to grab that one as it went foul. There's still 2 away, runner on second. 0-1, 0-2 now as he swings and misses on that. And so Dirtbag is going to try to put this in right in the good spot, and it does. It catches him swinging for out number 3. Dirtbag confidently walks off the field as Sidewinder Kapowie, their first baseman, or the first baseman for the Beer Keggers, is up first to bat for the Beer Keggers. We're trailing 4-0.
Now batting.
Right. The arm strength has to do with how far, them throwing it to second. So it's going to be kind of slow. Kapowie lets that first one come in on the inside, but still strike. Kapowie hits that one right to shortstop. She's going to be out at first.
Now batting.
As Darren Big Sauce, our second baseman currently, is now up to bat. Big Sauce strikes that. He hits it right out the center. That's a simple base hit for Big Sauce. And he'll be on first as Brandon Balls, Big Slick, Balls, the second place home run hitter of the league, is now. He does hit that. That's going to go up in the air. You see the right fielder calling for it, so that means Big Sauce heads back to second. And now KungfuBeer are 2 away. His brother is on. His brother just got out. So his brother from another mother, Big Sauce, is on first. That comes over the edge of the plate for strike number 1 with 2 away. He does get a hold of that one. That's going to go foul. That's 2 strikes now. 2 strikes, 2 outs. That's going to be low. Ball number 1. He does get a hold of that one. Just goes past the first baseman out to right. So that puts him on first. Big Sauce advances to second as Mr. Reliable, who's on fire. 3 homers, 39 RBIs. The league leader right here. The 2 away, 2 run. Hits that one foul down the third baseline. That one he taps the third. That's easy out at first. So at the end of the first inning, the Beer Keggers put nothing on the board. In an unusual spot at 4-0, the Nemesis are sending Ansel Corsesi? How the hell would you say that name?
Number 41, the pitcher.
Their pitcher is now up, facing Dirtbag. That one gets punched over to Big Sauce, who's going to pick it up and throw it off the first in time. Kapowie taps the bag, out number 1.
Now batting.
And now Jackie Slam is back, who got on base her last at-bat, facing Dirtbag. That's on the inside. She does reach down. She pops that straight in the air. And Anzac Vulture's headed out to it, but it's right on the wall. Out number 2 as Hefty Hito Moonshada is now here to face Dirtbag, who's probably got a lot of power. And he's not going to hit it very far with all that power. It's right to Dirtbag. Out number 3 happens. 3 up, 3 down on the Nemesis as the Beer Keggers are sending Anzac Vulture, the right fielder, up first to bat.
Now batting.
So 5 homers, or 1 homer and 5 RBIs, 6.67 average. Anzac Vulture hasn't played in a few games. And he's going to hit that right through the pitcher out to center, puts him on first. And that's going to bring up Robert, Deputy Dog,
Now batting number 66, the third baseman.
who has 3 RBIs himself. No homers yet. That one's going to come in kind of swirling inside, but above the plate. That goes down the first base line. That's fair ball. That's a wonderful shot as Robert Deputy Dog passes second and eventually heads to third. He comes in, spikes up, but about 4 hours too late as the ball gets there, and he's not quite there yet. Frogman Barbarian, our catcher, is now up to the plate as he hits that out to center with 1 away. He makes it to first, and he'll hold up on first. 1 run on the board for the Beer Keggers as Mr. Vegas,
The pitcher.
whose mojo went down to 10th for some reason. Probably because he's playing. He got nervous. I don't know. He hits that one over second base, and it lands right in the mitt of the left fielder. So that's out number 2 as
Now
Kapowie, everybody's favorite,
Number 13, the
is on
third
fire
baseman.
but still strained. Kapowie, first baseman, 2 away. Runner on first. Hits that one. That's going to be an out. It's center. That's 3 away. 4-1 is the score. The top of the third, Mash Taters, as I call them, Nash Taters, are going to be up first to bat for the Nemesis. Wonderful. As Deviant would say, you know, don't put a lot of pressure on Kapowie. She doesn't deal with it well, but you know what? You're a professional baseball player. You got to perform when it's time to perform. As Dirt Vegas tries to perform, he sends that one in, and the batter sends that out foul into the stands for a lucky member of the crowd. The second pitch is going to be on the outside, a little high, for ball number 1. He's also going to send that one to the other family member who didn't receive the last one. So now we got 1 and 2. And that goes right in the dugout. And that would be the dugout for their team. So he probably hit somebody in the head, but whatever, it's their team. That one goes right to Big Sauce, who picks it up at second, fires off the first after a couple stumbles. And that's out number 1 as
Now
Kapowie
batting number
taps the
16,
bag.
the right
And
fielder.
Yavi Yader, 0 for 1 today, now up to bat. That comes in a little high, and we're going to send some defogger out to the umpire on that call. That one's definitely low, though. The umpire has not received the defogger yet. That one goes foul, so 2-1 is the count with 1 away. That's going to be the second foul, also the second strike. Kurt Baggis winds up, sends that in. That's going foul as well. So why do anything different? Hit that over to Big Sauce, who dives for it, can't quite get to it. Anzac picks it up, fires it off to first, and he's not there in time. So the runner is safe
Now
at
batting,
first.
number
Javier
17,
Javier,
the second baseman.
Javier Javier. Try saying that so quickly. Their second baseman is now up. Kurt Baggis, oh, we got a double play. Big Sauce pulls that one in there, fires the first for the two down. No run scored for the Nemesis at the third as the Beer Keggers send Big Sauce with that massive double play up first. I don't know if you guys wore these
Now
pants before, but when you're
batting,
sweating them,
number
they do make
15,
your butts
the
itch
second
quite a bit.
baseman.
1 for 1, Big Sauce. He's had a few games off as well. He's going to slam that one just past the shortstop. He'll round first, headed towards second. And he's going to come into second. Spikes up. Or he started to go to third, but there's no way he was going to make it. Now, he's a little bit faster than Robert Deputy Dog.
Now batting,
But Robert
number
Deputy Dog
74,
definitely is the slow poke of
left
the group here. As Big Slick, All's Deep is up. He hits that one down. Oh, that one gets Supermaned out of the air
Now batting, number 71,
as
the shortstop.
KungfuBeer, the Whitebeard himself. Now up. That's a strike. That's right over the top of the plate as I was trying to read the text. That goes right on the ground out to left, so he'll be on first. And Big Sauce makes it to second.
Now batting.
Yeah, no kidding. I played for 14 years, well, not 14, probably like 12, because I started when I was like in T-ball. Oh, that's a nice shot as Mr. Reliable sends it out to center. So he'll hold up on second as Beer runs it home. And that puts 3 on the board total now with 1 run lagging on the Nemesis to tie the game. And here's Anzac Vulture. Hits it right to second. And I knew that was coming, so Reliable had to get a head start back to second to slide in head first and be safe. With 2 away, Robert Deputy Dog is now up. The runner on second. Ah, yeah! He hits the pitcher, but he doesn't have the speed. After he knocks the pitcher out, he still doesn't have the energy to make it to first. But that's fine. So 2 runs added for the Beer Keggers, the top of the 4th. Log Freely is going to be up first, who got on base. Their last at bat, and Stacy Staples will follow, who got a double. As you remember, Freely likes the point where he thinks he's going to hit it. And I think extreme pain, injury for the pitcher. A. Caruso. Somebody I can pronounce her name hopefully comes in there. There we go. That goes to Kapawi, who dives for it, stops it, tries to get off the first, and makes it in time.
Now batting, number
So Kapawi taps the bag just in time as Stacy Staples comes up. Chris Dirtbag scratches his butt once again. Maybe he's putting polish or something on. I don't know. Anyways, that goes out to balls at left. So that's out number 2.
Now batting, number 39.
Flash Leather, who's feeling a little tense, is going to get a heater from Dirtbagus. And he don't know what to do with it, so he swings at it, hoping for the best and getting the worst of that one. That's strike number 1. Strike number 2, as Dirtbagus does exactly the same thing. That's going to be just a bit too high for ball number 1 as Dirtbagus sends it right down the middle, catching him staring at the ball for out number 3 and another strikeout. The Beer Keggers pulled them at 0 for that inning, and Frogman Barbarian, who got on base his last at bat, will be up first. Maybe he does have pine tar in his pocket. Got to get somebody to check the ball.
Now batting, number 27, the catcher.
I don't know if this umpire can tell, though, because he can't see shit. All right, they got to move everybody around as people are all jacked up. Oh, no, why did you hit that? It came in way too high, and he pops it out at left. Now we got Chris Dirtbagus. 0 for 1 today is going to be up next. He does hit that shortstop, dives for it, catches it. He'll be out at first. That's out number 2. As Sidewinder Kapawi, who has not gone on base yet so far, 0 for 2 today, is now facing 2 outs. And hits the shit out of it. But it's not going to be enough to make it out of the park. But Kapawi is headed for second. It's going to be a close call. Kapawi stops on the bag, safe at second for a double. Kapawi had 3 at-bats, 0, 0, and 2 on the base runs there. That goes right through the pitcher's legs. That puts, well, this is run Kapawi home. I don't know if Kapawi's going to make it. It's going to be close. She's out. I should have sent her back. I thought she could just reach down deep and take an extra step and get there. But nope, it didn't happen. So no runs scored for the Beer Keggers, the bottom of the 4th, as Jock Sports is going to face Dirtbagus right now.
Now batting, number 12, the shortstop.
3 homers, 11 RBIs. This guy's got a hell of a swing on him. But Dirtbagus has to keep that in mind as he picks his pitches. That first one goes foul for strike number 1. That also goes foul, strike number 2. He changes it up, sends it to Kapawi, who tries to run over to first base as the camera moves, making it more difficult to get the first. Kapawi taps the bag, out number 1. Jackie Slam, who's 1 for 2 today, is now facing Dirtbagus. That one comes in just a little high, I guess. Well, that's not going to be wonderful. And another burp slips out past the noise gate. as Dirtbag slips another one in there. Ball number 2. He has to spit something out of his mouth. Could have been a burp as well. That one goes to Beer, who's not even going to bother diving for it. It goes out to Motter, who sends it off to second, holding the runner at first. But with one away, there's now a runner on first.
Number 57.
And Heavy Hito, 0 for 2 today, is now up, facing Dirtbag. And Dirtbag pushes him off the plate a little bit, says, "You're crowded my plate, back up," as a veteran Chaos just came on in and host the stream. Thank you so much. Oh, I don't know what happened there, as Big Sauce Darren dove for it. And he dove about 13 minutes too early as the ball went right underneath his ankles as he was midair. So now we got one away with runners on first and second. That one gets popped up in the air, and it looks like Anzac's running for that one. And he hauls it off the first, holds the runners on 2 away.
Now batting, number 16.
And Yavi Yader is back for more. Also, I think, a pretty good swinger here. That goes to Kapowie on first. He's going to just pick it up and walk over to the bag. Out number 3. No runs scored for the Nemesis. At the bottom of the 5th, the Beer Keggers send Big Slick Balls up first, and his brother KungfuBeer, who's got on base miraculously 2 times at 2 bats. Interesting.
Now batting, number 74.
So the mojo for Big Slick here is on fire, and his fitness is doing pretty good. As the first pitch comes his way, he takes a swing, and he crushes it. Crushes it out in the pocket between center and right, and he goes off to second where he's going to hold up. That's a double for Balls, as his brother comes to the plate and hoping to do something here. He's got on base both at bats so far, but that could change any moment, considering he's also the one holding the damn controller. He sends that out past third, so he gets on base again for the 3rd time as Big Slick stops on third. We may have been able to get him in, but we didn't want to put them in a pickle until we figure out how to do that more efficiently, as Mr. Reliable comes to the plate. He likes that when he sends it right over the shortstop's head. That puts him on second as Big Slick rounds third, headed home, and Reliable is going to go. No, we're just, everybody's confused. Look at that. I got everybody on the field confused that time because I made them both go back by accident instead of the one. And therefore, Reliable is safe on third. Beer comes in, and now we got a tip off the bat there. So he's going to run it in. Reliable slides into home. That's another one added to the board with that kind of a force out, I guess you would call it, by well, that was Robert Deputy Dog. I think that was Big Sauce. I don't know who the hell that was. So Robert Deputy Dog lets the first 2 go by Ball. That one's good. He's headed that right down the line. That will put him at least on second. He's a slow Modi. Yeah, he'll come sliding into second. At this time, the light should be coming on. It's almost nighttime. So Deputy Dog earns a double on that one, as Frogman Barbarian now up to the plate. With one away, by the way. He tips the first one foul down the third baseline. That's coming in junk off his kneecaps. That's going to be on the inside as well, so we got 2 and 1. He's going to take a swing at that one, goes second. He does catch that one. Deputy Dog slides headfirst back to second, just in time, as Christers Baggis, who has not got on base yet, with 2 away, lets the first one come over the plate low for ball number 1. Pitcher's trying to hit just the outside of the plate. Baggis lets him go. That's going to be low as well. Ball number 3, 3-0. He likes that one. He sends that to short. He's out at first. Out number 3, as the Beer Keggers are now leading the ball game with 2 runs, as the Nemesis at the top of the 6th are sending Javier Hatier up first.
Now batting.
Good eye on there's Dirtbaggis. who's in the chat watching himself, number 51 here, pitch. He's been in 6 innings so far. He has no homers on him yet, which is a good thing. First one goes ball. Beer couldn't get to it. I was going to make him dive, but I decided not to. So Big Slick picks it up, sends it off to second. As Log Freely, who's 1 for 2 today, is up now facing Chris Dirt Baggis. Hello, Dirt Baggis. What's going on, man? He sends that first one in as a changeup, and Freely swings and Freely misses. But he does get a hold of that one. That's going to fall in the gap as Reliable picks it up, sends it off to second. But that's not going to stop the runner from going home.
Now batting.
Stacy Staples is now up.
The catcher.
1 for 2 today. With the runner on second, no outs. Kurt Baggis is going to send some heat in there. It's probably just going to get smashed out of the park since he's watching now himself pitch. Now we're sending 2 balls, no strikes so far. I can't do a slider. Oh. Well, that one's going to get smashed out. That's going to go foul off the rails up there. So now you got 2-1, no outs. He's going to get a piece of that one. KungfuBeer is calling this one as he's standing there in the middle, sends it off to second, out number 1. And now the Nemesis are sending with 1 away Lucy Finnegans, who has not batted yet this season, to face Dirt Baggis, who's going to fire in a fastball. He's going to try to without getting knocked out of the park. Well, that goes somewhere. Fires off the first. It's out number 1, or correction, out number 2, as the other base runner advances from second to third. Now Jock Sports is back for shortstop. The runner in scoring position on third with 1 run trailing the Beer Keggers. That one goes to Beer, picks it up at short, fires at the first just in time, out number 3. So the Nemesis added 1 to their, so they're only trailing by 1 now as they added 1 at the top of the 6th. The Beer Keggers are sending Kapowie, number 1. And Dirt Baggis says, what a team we are, as he's out there celebrating with all his teammates with a 1-run lead. As Kapowie takes a smash, and smashes that one, takes a hit and smashes it out into the pocket. That's a double for Kapowie, maybe. Kapowie can slide in just in time. Spikes up on second as Darren Big Sauce comes up to the plate. I don't know why I was going to let it go and I ended up swinging. So I'll swing at that one. That puts Big Sauce on first. Kapowie's going to hold on third as she definitely can't make it home before the ball gets thrown from center field to home plate in time, even if she had a head start. So no outs, runners at first and third. Ball's swung high, pops that one straight in the air. So now we're going to go ahead and run balls in. Oh, Kapowie in, who barely safe at home. You see that head start, and she barely made it as KungfuBeer now comes up 1 away, runner on second. Lets that first one go, but it's still a strike. That's a hopper out to center. I tried to send Big Sauce in, but Big Sauce also doesn't have the horsepower to get there. So he's going to hold up on third. Beer's on first. Reliable's now up to bat. Reliable's going to get a piece of that. He's going to send it out. Another beautiful shot against the wall. Reliable goes to second. He's going to hold up on second as Beer heads home and comes in just in time with a 4-run lead for the Beer Keggers with 1 away. Anzac Vulture is now up to bat, and Reliable is standing by at second. Anzac gets pushed off the plate. Ball number 1. He's going to hit that one to second. And Reliable saw it coming, so he got back to second just in time, head first, as Robert Deputy Dog, who's 2 for 3 on the day, which is not too bad. 2 outs. Lets that first one go a little low for ball number 1. Reliable gets a head start. Deputy Dog needs to crush this thing or he ain't going to make it to first. Well, that's a good one. That's a good one. So he'll go to second. Reliable turns towards home. Deputy Dog struggles to make it to second just in time. 5-point lead now with Reliable's score up on the board as Frogman Barbarian. Irish Whiskey himself hits that one just a little late, so that one heads foul into the stands. No. He swings it too high for that one, and that one gets fielded there by third base. So that's out number 3. The Beer Keggers did add 4 to their lead for a total of 10 now, as Jackie slammed top of the 7th for the Nemesis. 2 for 3 today is up. Bowie, the insurance run.
Batting, number 4, the center fielder.
Mariana Beer took the day off from the game today. Now she's making her own homemade hamburger buns, and some of them have jalapeno and shredded cheese on them. That'll be the night's dinner right after the stream. There is no 7th inning stretch. It's like a 7th inning take a breath, and then we get on. It doesn't actually. I wish they did the song. That'd be kind of cool. Dirtbagger swings that one in as a fastball, heads out to Balls, Big Slick, who goes over his head. He's going to pick it up, fire it to second, and the runner's actually going to hold up on second. Surprised they didn't go to third as they usually do. Mashed Taters with the Mohawk is coming up next. Dirtbaggers knows that this dude has a lot of power, so he's going to throw it in there a little low. Ball number 1, trying to get him to swing for garbage. That's going to come in on the inside as well. Ball number 2. Now that one should have been in the zone. You can hear the crowd getting... Oh, Jesus. So that's the first walk of the game, and the first one for Dirtbaggers, at least in a few games. I think he may have walked one his last. That's okay. He's doing pretty well. That one he sends in the strike zone. Runner now on first and second with 1 away. Those 2 are definitely in the strike zone. Let's be smart about this, Dirtbaggers. He's going to send that off. Big Sauce dives for it. Can't quite get to it. That's coming in. Bases remain loaded now. Nobody ran towards home. There's still 2 away.
The second baseman.
And now we have Javier Haltier, second baseman. You see the stamina dropping quick there off Dirtbaggers over on the right side of the window, which is not to be unexpected as he's pitched quite a game so far. So we'll see if he can finish the inning out. I've got stamina. Is what he tried to tell me. Oh, that gets fired to first. Powell ain't even there yet. Oh, then we had 2 outs. I thought we had 3. I thought that was a 3rd out, so I didn't bother sending it anywhere else. My mistake. I didn't signal Dirtbaggers. I told him we had 2 to just send it to first, and he listened. It's not on Dirtbaggers. It's on the coach over here. That one gets tapped out to Beer. Oh, yeah. Everybody's sliding on their butts. All right, well, we gave up those leads. Now there's a 2-point lead for the Beer Keggers due to all these crazy moves that are going on, all these gymnastics that are happening in the field. Although we still got 2 outs now, there's only 1 runner on. And Dirtbag is going to pick it up. He's just going to fire it to first. That's out number 3. Now that we've got our wits back about us, Chris Dirtbaggis is going to be up to bat first. And I got 500 bits from JW Spells. Thanks so much, Orange. Thank you very much. Dirtbag swings just a tiny bit too late, sends that one foul. That one pushes him off the plate for ball number 1. He's going to get a piece of that. He's going to send it out to center. It puts him securely on first base with a base hit.
Now batting.
So now Kapowie,
the first base,
who's 50-50 so far on the day. 4 up, 2 on. Lets the first one go wild to the right. Ball number 1. He hits that, goes just past second. That puts Kapowie rounding first, headed to second. We got the slow pokes. Dirtbaggis is right now Dirt Baggis is coming in. He's going back. Dirt Baggis slides in head first. The third, he's safe. So Kapowie gets a double, sends Dirt Baggis the third, almost a home, but he didn't, he was a little tired. So here's Big Sauce. No outs, 2 on. Also, right in the beautiful spot there. Okay, we got to make sure Kapowie has plenty of time to get back to third. I saw her head there, and I was like, no. I think the center fielder just released the ball when Kapowie hit third, and there's no way. All right, so now we got runners on first and third. Big Slick hits that out to right. Well, that puts Kapowie at home, hopefully. He does have about a 20-minute head start. She might just make it. As KungfuBeer comes up, his brother is on first, and Big Sauce is on second. Why did you hit that, dummy? Oh, and the first baseman does a Superman, tries to grab it out of the air. Doesn't get it. So lucky for Beer. All right, get your beer. Here we go. That's all these balls are being thrown. The only strike was the foul. He does like that one. He's going to put that right out in the pocket there, so he'll cross first, headed to second, and hopefully he can bring in a couple other runners with him. You see how he takes a little bit of time. Okay, so 2 runs scored. RBI for Beer as the RBI leader himself. Mr. Reliable. Cuddle Mater Hinkey's up. Beer's on second. Mater slams that out right in another beautiful spot down the third base line. He'll head to second where he'll hold up. Beer slowly makes his way to home, taps the plate. The score is now 15-8.
Number 4, the right fielder.
Another RBI added to Reliable as Vulture's up, who does hit too high on that one. So he's going to be out. And Reliable gets back to second. Seeing that one going to be happening as Rubber Deputy Dog.
The third baseman.
75% today. 3 for 4 is up next. 1 away. That's that first one curve in high over the plate, but it's ball. That one's going on the outside, ball number 2. Reliable's trying to get a lead off the third. And that's okay. That's good. Keep going. Keep going. Why did I tell you to go backwards? The Deputy Dog heads to second. He should make it. Reliable's taps the plate. 8-run lead now for the Beer Keggers as the game is going the other way, finally.
27, the catcher.
Here's Barbarian, who has not had a good game yet in the batter's box. 1 for 4 lets the first one just off the plate. Ball number 1. He does like that one, sends it to first. He can't quite get it. So that's fair ball. He's going to second. That's an RBI and a double, potentially a triple as he slides into third safe. So it's a triple for Barbarian with an RBI. That should boost his average. Here's Dirt Baggis back for some more. He's 1 for 4 today, and he's all kinds of messed up. He'll swing at that one. He'll punch that foul into the next stadium in the next town over. That one, he likes it as well, but he swings way too early. 2 strikes. He has to hit that. That's going sky high. And so we'll run from third into home to tap the bag. So that is now a 10-point scoring lead for the Beer Keggers as Sidewinder Kapowie comes back up to the plate. 2 away. Kapowie hits that one foul. Strike number 1. He hits that one right out the center. He dives for it and slides in on her butt for 300 feet, catching that one out of the air. 8 runs added. Hercules Bentley will be the first at-bat for the Nemesis. That was an incredible catch.
Now batting number
The 1 homer, 4 RBIs for Bentley. He's playing catcher currently for the Nemesis. Oh yeah, we gotta, Chris, you don't got no stamina. So we're gonna go ahead and we'll swap you out with the one and the only Jacinda Dird.
number 22.
It seems to be who we put in when you start going downhill there, buddy. But at the top of the 8th, you did a hell of a job. Thanks so much for hanging in there. Now we got the cleanup pitcher, Jacinda Dird. That's the first one in, ball number 1. Bird's no stranger to this type of pressure coming in, filling in for pitcher, as Barbarian stands behind home plate and catches that foul ball for out number 1. Jock Sports, who's feeling tense, facing dirt. I would too. First pitch is coming in hot. Strike number 1. Going to get a piece of that one, but send it foul for strike number 2. It just gets past Beer, stops it, but doesn't quite pick it up. Big Sauce grabs it a little too late, gets it off the first. A runner on as Jackie Slam. 50-50 on the day. 1 out. Let's see. Third picks her pitch. That one goes to Beer. He dives for it, can't quite get to it. Goes out to Reliable, who also misses picking it up. Sends it off to third. They're going home. And they'll just hang on to it. So 1 run added now, a 9-point lead for the Beer Keggers, as the big giant Hito, their third baseman, with 1 out and a runner on second, is facing Dird. Dird's not going to send the fastball in. That would be a home run, most likely. She'll go ahead and fire that off the first. That's out number 2. The runner now on second. Nash Taters,
the first baseman.
returning to the plate. That gets tipped straight up in the air. Foul. Strike number 1, 2 away. Here picks it up in the air on short. That's out number 3. 1 run added for the Nemesis. With a 9-point lead, the Beer Keggers at the bottom of the 8th are sending Big Sauce up first, who's 5 for 5 today. Yeah, Beer has done a few jumps through the air, but when he does that, he usually gets hurt. He just messes up his shoulder or whatever. Uh-oh. Big Sauce was doing some sort of silliness there, trying to get some power. Wow. He's going to let those first 2 wild pitches go all over the place. He is going to hit that one. That'll put him on base. So now he's 3 for 3, I think, is what it was. Or 4 for 4. Here's Brandon Balls, who's 2 for 4 himself. Big Sauce on first. Lets that first one come in a little low, but it's still a strike. That guy's trying to dive for it. That puts Sauce on second. Big Slick on first. As you saw, Big Sauce try to go to third, but decided against it. As the Silver Surfer, the White Ninja, KungfuBeer's up. He'll smash that one also out into the pocket. And I guess we got somebody going to third. We got a runner scored. So Big Sauce decided to head for it. Beer's on first. We had Big Slick go to third as Reliable's up. No outs. Okay, well, Reliable, again, reliably hits that in a beautiful spot as he heads to second. And Reliable, okay, so we confused him once again. Reliable did that last time. He started a pickle and then decided to change his mind, which threw off the infield. The Reliable's on third with another RBI. Okay, that gets tipped. That's foul. I thought it was an out. And that goes to short, who can't quite get to it. So I think that was Anzac Vulture, who's going to second with an RBI himself. That brings up Robert Deputy Dog.
66, the third baseman.
Yeah, the gap is getting the workout. That's for damn sure. Well, they're not really, because they're not getting there in time. So that one's going ball for Deputy Dog. He does like that one. That's got some heat to it, but it's not going to be enough. Goes off the wall. He goes to second, and hopefully he makes it in time, as whoever was headed down to home just barely got there in time. I think it was Reliable, but he's already on third. So here's Frogman Barbarian again, who's starting up his game. He does like that one. He pops that one straight in the air, and I don't know if that's over. That's gone. Finally, a home run The Frogman Barbarian. 465 feet. That's actually his second one. He hasn't played in a while. So that's his second home run with an RBI of this game. So here's Dird. Dird's at bat. She hasn't batted in a few days. Let that first one go in ball. 25-9 is the score. Letting all these wild pitches go. She does like that one. She does smash that one. Don't tell me that's another one. That's going to come in. Well, Dird gets a home run herself. Back-to-back home runs for the Beer Keggers. And that will be Jacinda Dird's first home run of this season. As her and Kapowie celebrate on the plate. Kapowie's 3 for 6, and if Kapowie were to get a home run next, that would be something amazing. Kapowie does swing, but hits that one out foul. Swings way too early on that changeup. He has to hit that one. She makes it to first. Kapowie's on first. There's no outs. 9-26 as Darren Big Sauce, who's gotten on base every at-bat so far, with Dird on, no, not Dird, Kapowie's on first. So Big Sauce just taps that. That's a double play. It went from 0 away to 2 away as Big Slick, Brandon Balls, now up. Trying to extend the lead for the Beer Keggers to give them that cushion they really need. Now he hits it out to center. Big Slick's on first. KungfuBeer will be up. And he's ready to get the third out and send the Beer Keggers back in the field for defense. You just watch. Although he has gone on base every time so far. He hits that first one. I'm getting a little bit of a little issue going on. I'm not sure why. I'm not rendering anything. So, KungfuBeer makes it to second. His brother makes it to third. I could have proceeded to try to get him, but I would have made Kung Fu run it as well. Pitcher almost lost his head on that one. Is reliable. 2 away, 2 runners on. Lets that first one go. Ball number 1. He hits that one out to right, so he goes to first. Balls goes home, and KungfuBeer holds up on third as Anzac Vulture, who was, I think he was like the home run leader last season until KungfuBeer took it over from him, is now up. 2 away, 2 runners on. That goes to second, who can't quite pick it up. However, he's out at first, the third out. The Beer Keggers added a comfortable 9 runs to their lead. So they're leading by 2 sets. At the top of the 9th, the Nemesis have 18 points to try to make up. Quick math, everybody. Gabby Yetter, who's 50-50 today, is up first facing Dirt. This is the last chance for the Nemesis to do anything, as it's the 9th inning. First one goes out to center. Reliable picks it up, fires it off to second, where KungfuBeer, the shortstop, is standing, holding the runner on first. Javier Jautier, also 50-50, now at the plate. So that one gets tipped straight in the air. Barbarian's calling for it, so he'll pick it up, fire it off the first, where the runner's already standing. And Freely's back up doing his normal pointing out at the stands. He's got on base most of his at-bats, though, so good for him. So here's Dird, sends that first one in, ball, just on the inside. That goes to Beer, fires it second, they fire it first, and that's it, everybody. After that double play, the Beer Keggers pull up another win. They're now sitting 12-0. And the Nemesis put 9 on the board, but the Beer Keggers got an amazing 27. That's because they didn't have a last at-bat because they didn't need it. And here's all of our stats for today. The Beer Keggers did have 2 home runs back-to-back, one by Barbarian, the other by Dirt. Here's our pitching staff. And the top 3 are Cuddle, Mater Hinkie, Mr. Reliable, at number 1. Robert Deputy Dog comes in at the number 2 spot, and yours truly, KungfuBeer, comes out in the top 3. So, just simulate all these things. And the next game, the Beer Keggers, you're sitting 12-0, are going to be at the Blowfish, who are 3-9. So I think the last time we played a team that, well, we just played a team that wasn't that great. 3-9, that means 3 wins, 9 losses. They're not doing that great. But I'm sure any moment now the injuries are going to start stacking up for the Beer Keggers.